I'm annoyed, Flav.
What's that?
People slagging off the background. People not understanding that if you want to log all the transfer rumours and stories, you're going to need a massive spaceship bunker. It's infuriating.
Let's see your background.
Yeah.
See what you got. Fucking dickhead.
It's hot. Let's kick off with the biggest story in football, or it's the...
Sick of it yet?
No, not yet. I think it's got a while left to go. Ronaldo leaving Real Madrid. Is it a big story, or is it just a distraction from the tax evasion thing?
It would seem like a suitable way to bury news about tax evasion.
It would be a good idea.
The problem is with that, though, is that even if people are not talking about it, there's still a tax evasion case against you.
And
if it gets done, like as Messi got done, you know, didn't serve time, but you can't escape it, Ronaldo.
That's true.
And don't pull on the heartstrings of Man United fans, get them all excited. They don't deserve this.
Well, the point is he hasn't quashed it either. So as long as that's going on, then people are going to start to think that this is a transfer that could happen. And although us, the media, were doing what you want, yeah, we're walking into the trap of, oh, we're going to talk about the Ronaldo thing again. Yeah. We've gone, fuck, and said, we know what you're doing, and we're still going to talk about the tax evasion thing, so up yours.
£175 million is mooted, but not just 170 million.
That's a transferism. Mooted. Let us know your favourite transferisms.
Mooted.
Words you only hear when we're talking about transfer rumours. Mooted, that's a good one.
Stunned.
Yeah. Stunned.
Tottenham left stunned by
yeah.
Carl Walker transfer request, and there's just men walking around White Hart Lane just going, what's going on? I'm stunned.
The Mirror is saying that there's going to be a little swap deal. There's some pawns in this game.
It's 175 million plus
David De Gea.
It's madness.
Is that madness?
It's a lot of money and a very good player. In transfer values, that's over 220 million, something like that.
Yeah. You've got, David De Gea, I think it's him and Lloris, isn't it, as the top two goalkeepers, 26 years old. He's been fantastic for Man United. Yeah. This whole Real Madrid thing's been going on a long, long time. So it feels like it's an easy story to create. But I think deep down, he does want to go to Real Madrid, I think.
Not De Gea?
Yeah, that's why he was trying to do it initially. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's up for that.
Would you pay that for Ronaldo, if you were Man United?
So this is the question. Is it at any cost to get Ronaldo and it's worth it, even at the age of 32? Or is it a case of like, well, hang on, you're losing a player you could have De Gea for another 10 years and he could be incredible for you and the rest.
But it's not fun, is it? It's not fun having a good goalkeeper. It's fun having Ronaldo in your team. Would you go to football? Watch players, amazing players do amazing things, but goalkeepers are just boring, aren't they?
They are a little bit boring. Okay, what about this one then? The Express saying, same kind of deal, money plus Eden Hazard, who, again, same thing. Real Madrid have wanted Hazard for a little while. There's been all that chat. You know that he loves Zidane. So again, I think Hazard will be happy to go because the whole Costa thing, the whole Conte thing, it's all gone a bit wrong, I guess, at Chelsea. Yeah. But do these kind of swap deals, do they ever happen? Typically,
they don't, do they? Because swap deals mean that agents' fees are not going to be paid because there's no money being changed hands. So that's unlikely to happen. It would be Real Madrid buying Hazard for X amount of money and then, you know, Ronaldo coming the other way. We'll see. Marco Verratti has told PSG that...
I don't want to go back to France. Do you think they say it that seriously?
Yeah.
I've just been to Miami and it's brilliant.
I'm not going back.
I don't want to go back to France.
Barcelona. Looks like his point of call. Good player, isn't he? A bit
Very good player.
In the mould of Xavi.
It's just like
Xavi. Likes to pass, short passes, key passes.
He loves a key.
A long pass.
Does anyone not like a key pass? I prefer a just simple 5-yard pass.
Well, there are plenty, actually. There are plenty.
88 million. A lot of different multiple sources saying that this is going to happen. Chelsea have wanted him for quite a while. Real Madrid have been looking around as well. I think this is a smart one, certainly for Barcelona, because their midfield. Busquets wasn't great last year. Look, he's only 28. Feels like he's been around for forever. He's one of those players where you might not have, especially the way that Enrique played last year, and Barcelona played last year, played a lot more long balls. It wasn't as concentrated on possession-based football, and so that doesn't fit Busquets as well. What's going to be interesting here is Valverde, the new manager, is he going to come in and want to go back to the old way of Barcelona playing? Does that old way of playing even work now, the way that football's moved forward in the last year or so? If he does want to do that, and it is one of the sort of principles of Barcelona, Verratti's a great shout, a great player.
With the forwards that Barcelona have, among the best in the world, if not the best front line in the world, you need to play football on the ground. You need to get the ball into them, and Verratti would be perfect for that kind of football. Yeah,
I think it might mean it could spell the end for Rakitic. I'm a fan of Rakitic, but do you know, I probably like Verratti a little bit more. So I think it would be a good move for them. And Iniesta's getting older. He hasn't signed another deal, and that would end at the end of next season. So they need to start to evolve that team, and I think he'd be a great shout at the age of 24. Forget all the big money signings. Ball Street FC are looking for players this summer. We're playing in the Fan League Cup. It's a YouTube Cup, the first of its very kind. You can learn more about it by clicking the I in the corner. But if you want to play for Ball Street FC, you can do that. As I said, click on that button. Ronaldo, big, sexy name. Verratti, big, sexy name. De Gea, big, sexy name. Hazard, big, sexy name. Chris Smalling, off to Spurs. What do you think? Because they missed out on Harry Maguire, sexy name.
Yeah. Well, it's not like we did miss out on him, but you know, you kind of he won first team football. He's not going to get in front of our back three. So Chris Smalling would seem like a logical backup. But he's not very good. How
did it feel in there and in the air when you heard Chris Smalling to Spurs?
Disappointed! Literally nothing. It felt nothing at all.
If it was me, I'd be like, oh, can we not just get someone better?
Yeah. We've signed Alvarez at 27, but typically Tottenham are about signing young, beautiful players that can be taught how to play football in Pochettino's way. So it would be a bit odd if Smalling was a kind of an exception to the rule. Alvarez obviously is such a good player that you know, it doesn't matter how old he is, you need him in your team. I don't think it's happened. I think it's complete nonsense. He's been linked with everybody under the sun. He's not going to play at Man United next year, so it just seems like an obvious story to write about. Sticking with centre-backs, John Terry is in the middle of a tug-of-war between Aston Villa and Birmingham.
Tug-of-war?
Tug-of-war.
That's another transfer,
that is another one. He was pictured on Instagram with Steve Bruce, Aston Villa manager. So that's why he's going there. I'll tell you what, it smacks of a Harry Redknapp signing.
He reeks of a Harry Redknapp signing.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, back in the day, QPR fan himself, you know, we had Cranshaw, we had, who else did he get in? He basically got Jermaine Genius.
Yeah.
Like, he loves an old boy who had it, and he's still got something to give because he's a top player.
Top player.
Yeah.
And you know, you just can't buy that experience.
Exactly.
Listen, I know it's a lot for a centre-back, but he scores goals as well from set play.
Actually, I nearly said poor John Terry then. Take that back. No, but this is pretty depressing, I think, for John Terry. He's just won the championship with Chelsea. He's had an amazing career,
Didn't really all of a sudden, really.
No, that's true. But all of a sudden, he's not even good enough for Premier League teams. You would have thought someone would be wanting to snap it up. Instead, the tug-of-wars between Aston Villa and Birmingham, both massive clubs, but neither in the greatest of states at the moment.
Well, Birmingham aren't a massive club, but Aston Villa certainly are, definitely. That said, below the level you'd expect for John Terry.
So that's it, is it? He's not good enough for the Premier League?
Well, I thought he would probably pick up some work at West Brom.
Freelancing.
Yeah. You know, I thought he could possibly do a job, but he's so slow, and he's basically he's been sitting there doing bugger all for the last year or so at Chelsea. Was given an extension on his contract, God knows why, because sappy Chelsea fans were going, give him another year, he's our leader, he's a legend. He's not good enough anymore. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. That's why fans don't make great managers.
So it looks like it's going to be Championship football for John Terry. Do you think that he could still play in the Premier League? Let us know in the comments below. And last up, this for me could be one of the signings of the season for Manchester City and Pep Guardiola. Dani Alves has been linked to them in a £5 million move, super cheap. He is 34, but he's a cracking player, and I tell you what, he's a player that fits what Guardiola's going to want to do. It sounds like a good one, and a good one for Spurs fans as well.
Well, yeah, because it looked like Walker may stay. You know, they are comparable in their speed and power and willingness to attack from the back. They both often, for their respective teams, have played as much as wingers as they were fullbacks. So I think both players would be perfect for Guardiola. But when one costs 5 million and another costs 40, it's an obvious choice that Dani Alves. And it's a bit of a weird one because Dani Alves only joined Juve last year, but was on record as saying, I did not move to England last summer because I felt I needed to learn how to defend better. You must be a very good defender to play in England, and Italy could teach me a lot. Bit of a mug off for Juve, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you did just get to the Champions League final.
Little bit muggy.
Yeah,
that is true.
But you know, the money he's going to be on at Man City if he goes there.
From Juventus's perspective, this seems silly to me, just because it looks like they're going to get rid of Sandro. So if Chelsea want him, so if he goes and Alves goes as well, you've got a team that was fantastic there, beat Barcelona, destroyed Barcelona, got to the Champions League final. Okay, they were a bit short against Real Madrid, but you're completely giving up on that team essentially by losing those two fullbacks.
Nah, they'll win the league anyway next year, won't they? So they can buy new players.
Yeah, that's true.
They've given up. Maybe they'll come in for Kyle Walker. You can see him going. I'm not pimping him out or anything, but Kieran Trippier is the based god.
The reason I think this is going to be such a great one is for that. Okay, you're not going to get too many years out of him, but at 5 million, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's great.
It's like 4 weeks' wages, is it, for someone?
It solves their fullback problem.
And it solves the fullback problem. And just as importantly, you can go and buy a younger player who you think is going to go in to be good enough to play at fullback for Man City, and you've got Dani Alves who can help bring him through. And that's why I think it could be a massive, massive one when Guardiola is still trying to implement what he wants from that Man City side.
Let us know in the comments below. Would you rather sign Kyle Walker for £40 million or Dani Alves for 5? 5.
Totally interesting transfer stories all up in your face. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let us know what you think about the transfer stories we've chatted about in this episode. If you want to see more transfer news, there are other episodes you can click somewhere here. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, comment below. Most importantly, subscribe to Ball Street and hit that notification bell so you know next time we post a video. In it right, Flav? Flav?
Yep.
Yeah. Do it.
So little lemons in that as well, yeah?
Yeah. Citrus nut.